Hello there and welcome to the December edition of the Manitowoc Ice Monthly Spotlight. My name is Jason MacDonald, Technical Service Trainer here at Manitowoc Ice. We're going to be talking about the Manitowoc Ice app, registration, and how to use this app. You'll be seeing it here soon in the coming year, so we're real excited about it here in the service department. Let's see what this looks like. As we do with all of our monthly spotlights, at the end you'll see a link and a QR code for a quiz. We'll test your knowledge on what we covered, some things there. We want all that information, things like your name, who you work for, is this the first time you've looked at one of our spotlights? But the key that we're going to need is that email address, because we do choose winners for a prize bag, swag bag, or whatever term you're most used to. For every 25 submissions that we get, we choose one name. Obviously then if we have 50, we would choose two. But without an email address, if we pull your name, we're not going to have a way to get in contact with you. So we're going to need that information. Also like to give a plug for the Level 3 Factory School here at Manitowoc, Wisconsin. If you're looking for a deeper bit of training, classroom, hands-on over 4.5 days of the last 10 years of equipment, you'll see a QR code there that you could scan, and there's also a link to our registration form. And we've got this year's dates up on the screen. All right, let's talk about registration. All right, user setup. You've downloaded your app off of the applicable app store, depending on the type of phone that you have or tablet that you have. You're going to click register. So bring this up. It's going to ask you, hey, do you want to sign in? Well, you don't have a username and profile, so let's go ahead and click register. And it's going to ask you, what type of user are you? Do you own the machine? Are you a service technician or a leaser? And here's the full gamut of the information we're going to be looking for. You're going to need to enter your first name, your last name, organization name, like company name. Select your user type. You need your email address, a valid email address, mobile phone number. Then you're going to create a username, something between 3 and 16 characters. And you'll need to create a password and confirm that password. So minimum 8 characters for your password. Then enter the same password after the fact. Go ahead and open up those terms and conditions. Give them a read. And when you're done reading the terms and conditions, click that checkbox to say that you've read and agreed to the terms of service, and then create your account by clicking on Create Account. Want to have this little bit of information out there for you. If you're trying to log into this app because you haven't been in there in a while, if you try 5 times and you get it wrong all 5 times, it is going to lock you out for 24 hours. So that little I there is key. If you've put in the wrong password 2 or 3 times already, before you click sign in on that 4th or especially that 5th time, go ahead and push on that little I there and see, hey, did you put in that password correctly? Or if you're on that 4th or 5th time, maybe you did forget the password. Go ahead and click forgot password. It'll take you through and allow you to get that reset and then sign in. All right, but we're signed in. Let's talk about connecting to that ice machine. So you've opened up your app, you signed in, correct username, correct password. Go ahead and first push connect. Every machine at that location within the 50-foot range of the Bluetooth signal will come up saying, hey, you can access these machines. Maybe they have a 1200 sitting in the back and they've got a 420 sitting in the front of house. So we're troubleshooting the IYT 1200A. Now keep in mind that 4-digit code at the end there, that is the last 4 digits of the serial number of the applicable ice machine. So we're going to choose the IYT 1200A. Now, for you service techs out there, I do want to talk about the Bluetooth module itself. It'll be inside the ice machine. Prior to connecting to this machine, if you haven't opened the app yet, this is what you'd be seeing. The op stat light will be lit up green, or the AN4 light, and your power OK light will be lit yellow or an amberish color. That'll tell you that this machine should be ready to be connected to via the Manitowoc Ice app. Keep in mind, a touch of the screen is required when you're trying to connect to this machine. So Manitowoc Tech 123 is attempting to connect. You need to click accept. And now the screen will turn to this connected screen with the iconic Manitowoc Ice snowflake, letting somebody know, hey, you're connected to this ice machine. So somebody must be trying to figure something out with the unit, or they're just checking on it. Once that Bluetooth module has connected, you will see a change here. That op stat light will change to blue from green. The BLE ComStat and Modbus ComStat lights will flash green, and the Power OK light will still be lit yellow. What happens though if you're coming to do service on this ice machine, whether it's just preventative maintenance or, hey, the machine's down and you got to figure out why it went down, but somebody connected to it? Well, you're not just stuck in an infinite loop here. All you have to do is press the screen and then confirm that you are disconnecting whoever is connected to this app. Click yes. And here on the left is what the user who was connected on their app is going to see. The connection to the device is lost. Please try again. And what you'll see as the person who pushed the screen is the home screen. This machine is off. It has 2 alerts there, and we can start our troubleshooting and diagnostics from there. All right, but let's talk about using this app some. So we are connected. Nobody's kicking us off. Everybody knows we need to be here. What do we see once we click Ice Machine? Well, we have the ability to start making ice. We have the ability to lock and unlock the screen. We do not have the ability to initiate a clean or sanitation cycle. That's currently grayed out. On home, we can see the system status, any alerts, and any messages. Those are the reminders, things like clean the ice machine, sanitize the ice machine, clean the air filter, any number of reminders that somebody had set up to make sure that preventative maintenance is done. Those will all come up here. So what about a Bluetooth pin? There is a pin here that you can utilize, and that's going to be a key for servicers who need to connect to the machine from outside, especially on those split systems. So we're going to show that here. So you click Menu, go into Settings, and Bluetooth pin. We're going to click Enable Bluetooth pin, and then we're going to enter a 4-digit code. Here we're saying example 1234. I don't know if I'd make that my pin, but choose a 4-digit pin that you're going to be able to remember, so that way you can get into this ice machine without having to enable somebody to come in utilizing a push of the screen. And we'll show you how to get into the machine on a pin-enabled unit. All right, so we're going to connect to this unit. Going back to that 1200 that we enabled the pin on. We're going to enter our 4-digit pin. And you can show the pin just in case you're not sure if you had it right. Well, we made it 1234, so enter 1234 and click Submit, and it'll let you into the machine. Now we're going to go over some of the settings here. We're going to start with energy and the time program. So the key with this app is everything that you could do, minus the clean button, from the user interface, you can now do from a Bluetooth-enabled phone or tablet. So we're going to go into energy, and we're going to go into the time program. Now, for each of these days, we have the ability to either be on or off for all 24 hours, or we can set a custom runtime for that day. So we're going to open up Sunday here, go to custom. What time do we want the ice machine to shut off? Well, we decided we're going to shut off at midnight, and we're going to turn right back on an hour later at 1 in the morning. This will come up in military time. And then we're going to save that time program. All right, what about the wait setting, the wait program? So we're back into our energy bit. We're going to choose wait program. Go to Sunday. It's automatically set to max ice. This machine could make 950 pounds at 90-degree air and 70-degree water. Going to drop down that menu. Choose custom. And then we're going to set how much ice we want this machine to make in 25-pound increments. So it can make 950. Maybe we only need 550. Keep hitting that plus until you have 550 pounds, and we'll go and make 550 pounds that day. Night off. So we're going to choose night off. And then we're going to choose which days we want this to be. So this is a little different than the time program. Time program tells me I can turn off the ice machine at a certain time of day and then turn the ice machine back on the same day. The night off program allows me to turn the machine off at a certain time today and then turn the ice machine back on at a certain time tomorrow. So we want this machine to be off from 2200 military time until 6 o'clock in the morning the next day, so 0600. And we can choose each day that we want this to go on. Maybe we don't have any need to have no noise on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Saturday and Sunday is all we choose. Whatever days you choose, save that night off program. Still on our energy settings, and we're going to talk about the water usage screen. We have three options once we're in water. You can use factory defaults, which will dump every fourth harvest cycle. You can choose to use less water with reverse osmosis. This is for sensitivity and to disable harvest purge in RO systems. Reverse osmosis water is usually pretty expensive to set up. You don't want to be dumping that water out of the ice machine. Or we can choose to use more water to improve ice clarity. Maybe the customer does have a real hard water situation, but did not invest in a filtration system, a water treatment system, and they're not looking to do that. So use more water to improve ice clarity. This should help keep the machine cleaner longer, and it'll improve the clarity of the ice. So we're going to talk about our energy screen and statistics. So we're going to go into our menu, statistics, here you can see how much ice has been produced, how much water has been used, or how much energy has been consumed on this ice machine going back the last 7 days. It's going to keep that information. So for ice production, it's counting every time this machine dropped a sheet of ice, and it's calculating what the average batch weight of that is, and it'll keep totaling that up and tell you how much that machine has made. Same thing with the water usage. This machine knows how big its water pan is, how full it needs to get, so it'll tell you how much the water usage is, and it knows how much power it should be consuming to produce that ice. And it'll populate this information for 7 days worth of information. The alert log. The alert log is available to you from the home screen or from the service menu. It only allows you to see the alerts and the information of that alert. So we have a long harvest, a water system fault, a power loss, and a high pressure cutout. We could go view those and see how many happened and when's the last time it happened. But the one thing that is disabled when utilizing this app is you cannot clear this from the Manitowoc Ice app. You have to actually do it on the screen. That's important to me as a service technician because I don't want somebody clearing the log thinking that's going to get rid of their issues. So that way, if you come in, there's some sort of data there for you. Connected data or the real-time data screen. So we're going to show you how to get to that. We're going to go into service, data, connected data. And what you can see here is everything that you would see in the real-time data screen. That first picture on the left, that one's kind of my favorite bit here. You can actually see a chart showing your system state. This machine's been in freeze for 12 minutes and 38 seconds, and it's going to show you what your thermistor temperatures are during that cycle. You can scroll further down just to see the pertinent information that you see on the real-time data screens utilizing the user interface. You can see your time and temperature, and your system state always follows you. That's key to me as well, so that way you don't lose that, have to scroll back up and see, hey, am I still in freeze or did I go to harvest? Nope, that follows you, which is great. And then you can see your thermistor temps. You can scroll further down and see what your outputs are doing, further down and see what your inputs are doing, and see all that information in real time from your app. This is going to be real key if there's a lot of traffic going on around the ice machine and you can't get in there. Let's say that the bin does have ice and you've got employees scooping and everything else. This allows you to look at that ice machine while it's still buttoned up and see what's going on. Bluetooth firmware, the BLE module. How do we update that firmware? If you connect to a machine and there is new firmware available, you're actually able to push this onto the Bluetooth module. You cannot push main software to the main control board, but the Bluetooth we're able to push into the ice machine. So it's going to tell you, hey, we have a new production version available. Do you want to install it or do you want to skip? We're going to install it. And this is what your phone or tablet will show you, that we're downloading or we're installing. And it's going to let you know, once this is done, you're actually going to have to reconnect to the ice machine. Once it's finished, it's going to disconnect so that way it knows it has everything, and then you'll go back through the steps of connecting to an ice machine. And you'll be able to verify version X.Y is in because it told you X.Y is available, and reconnect to the machine. What do you see on that Bluetooth module while it's updating? Well, what you're going to see is that the OP state light, it will flash green. the BLE COM stat light is lit, the Modbus COM stat light is off, and the power OK light is lit. It's letting you know that this is updating the process. So you want to see inside the ice machine that everything's working? Well, look at the BLE module and see what's going on. I'd like to thank everybody for watching about the Manitowoc Ice App today. Again, we're going to bring up a QR code and we'll have a link in the comments section of the YouTube video once this goes live for you to be able to take that quiz. We'll be able to give you this bag with the iconic Manitowoc Ice snowflake, a tape measure, a hat. It can change on and off depending on what we have available, but this is what we've been giving out for a while. Manitowoc Ice employees, you are not eligible to win on the quiz. Sorry about that. I've never won one either. So one quiz submittal per person. You can take the quiz multiple times to try to get a higher score if you need to, and we need that email address. Without it, if you win, we don't have a way to contact you. So please submit that email address so that way if we pull your name, we're able to reach out and get your information so we can send you the swag bag of prizes. We're going to leave this here up on the screen so that way you can utilize your phone to scan that QR code, and so you can click on that link should you want to take your quiz now. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Manitowoc Ice Monthly Spotlight. Again, my name is Jason MacDonald. If you did like what you saw today, please click like and subscribe on our YouTube channel so that way you can get informed when new content is available.